A very good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to extend you all a warm welcome and greetings on behalf of Department of Information Communication and Technology, Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies to the 38th National Conference on the topic Emerging Trends in Cloud Computing Using Machine Learning. Now, I would like to take the privilege to request Dean and Chief Convener Dr. M. N. Jha, Director TIAS Dr. Ajay Kumar, Convener Dr. Deepak Sonkar, to accompany our Chief Guest Honorable Professor Jagdish C. Kapoor, Honorable Vice Chairman Dr. Sandhya Bindul, Guest of Honor and Keynote Speaker Professor M. N. Huda, and Dr. Anuj Kumar to the stage for lamp lighting and Saraswati Vandanas.
Personality from the field who have given their concern and be able over here to grace the occasion, Professor C. Jagdish Kapoor ji. He is already an institution in itself. Currently, he is engaged in the capacity of building and knowledge management programs of the Government of India, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, in the areas of e-governance, Digital India, business models, processing and re-engineering, change management and emerging technologies. He has been MB from IIMS Calcutta in 1968 a thorough teacher, researcher, consultant for the past 55 years, almost more than nearing 6 decades, and holds a PG diploma from cyber laws from Indian Law Institutes. Sir, we welcome you over here to grace the occasion to make the student appraise that whatever they have done over here, they will definitely try to follow your footfalls and make you proud in year to come. Then I welcome guest of honor Professor M.N. Huda, Director Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute of Computer Applications and Management. Sir has published more than 50 papers in both national and international levels, conferences, workshops, seminars, staff development programs, organized national and international level resource person, keynote speaker, session chair, mentor, panelist, etc. He has delivered more than 100 invited talks, keynote addresses at different academic forums of various emerging issues in the field of IT and innovations in the teaching, learning, and has organized, conducted more 40 national level management development and quality improvement programs for working executives in the industry and academia. He is the chairperson, Division 1 Systems of Computer Society of India. He has also taken active part in various activities of CSI and organized good number of activities nationally, also a Delhi chapter and regional level of the same. He is an expert member of the board level committee of DST, CSIR and MHRD. He is also member of court of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, New Delhi. He has been member of board of management of GSIP University for 2 terms from 2010 to 2011 and 2006 to 2007. He has also served as a member of Academic Council of GSIP University for 9 consecutive terms from 2006 onwards. He is also working as coordinator cum convener for MCA programs of GSIP University, New Delhi since last 12 years from 2004. During last 12 years, the chairman of Syllabary Restructuring Committee MCA program of GSIP University, he has the revision of the MCA curriculum thrice, which is considered as one of the best curriculum for MCA programs in the country, and a member of different board committees and task forces. He has facilitated more than a dozen of other universities for restructuring of their IT and computer science programs, both UG and PG levels, and is well as innovative as realigning their teaching learning practices in line with the requirement of IT industry in 21st century. Sir, we welcome you to grace the occasion, Dr. M.N. Huda, sir, in the conference. To make the quorum complete, we have got with us Mr. Anuj Kumar from renowned result-oriented professionals from more than a decade experience from IBM, Microsoft specialist, development Microsoft Azure solutions, more than 13 years of experience and 8 years of relevant experience of IT and development and maintenance of business applications. He is an effective communicator with relationship management skills, familiar with OOPS and RDBMS, completes problem-solving abilities with good communication skills on various aspects of IT upgrades. You can be able to talk him as a resource person on various aspects. He's been there with high-tech professionals, India, Hanzu Software Solutions, On-Demand Agility, Skyline Institute also, and he's been presently with IBM organization, currently located in Greater Noida. So he is going to be the expert panelist from the industry who is going to make you very comfortable on the point exactly the emerging trends in the cloud computing using machine learning. The conference, very apt thing. It talks of the mandate which is more relevant in today's scenario, emerging technology and cloud computing. Of late it's been news that the dimensions which you put forward over here, data warehousing, formatic database, web database and filtering text, knowledge management database information, online temporal database, these are the sub-themes of the conferences. What is going to be take home from from this conference? You people are going to give your deliberations over here. But one thing I'd like to tell you, that As far as IT sector in India is concerned, it's going to be a bright future. Yesterday, I was listening to this paper of Business Standard. Micron nears 1 billion deal for chip packaging in India. So you know this is one simple aspect. Now the Modi government is going for US, and there is going to be several, you can say, MOUs between the US and India. And this particular thing that India is going to challenge the China and Taiwan as an alternate source of chip making industry, silicon industry over here, semiconductor. And semiconductor, they require softwares to embed over there in software in the semiconductor, and the machine will behave in the right perspective as you work on. All the washing machines, your fridges, your day-to-day electronics, your you can say cell phones, your computers are chip-based processings, and they have got the talent that is software. These things are innovations as far as your mind is concerned. You can innovate on with the chip, and the machine will behave as you program the machine as per the program, and the machine will behave as per your demands. So every time you will find that new applications emerge, and the machine will transform its functions in time to come in, as far as world is. And it's going to see that more than 2,000 crore US dollar. This is going to expansion as far as the chip industry is concerned. Man, more than 120 countries across globe is looking forward for the chip industry. India as a destination, alternate source of destination as far as China is concerned. It's going to challenge the China as far as chip manufacturing and the use of chip for their own embedded system is in time to come. And you are definitely going to be the source of, you can say, energy for helping these hands to make India a 5 trillion economy. As of now, we've been able to reach 3.75 something, near about that, 3.80 near. And in 2 years down the line, when you are going to join an industry, definitely India is going to be nearing 5 billion trillion economy. And in that, contribution of IT is going to be a major factor. IT is definitely the source engine, the heartbeat on which your old systems is going to work on. Whether they are services, whether they are systems, whether they are hardware, they are software, front end, back end, all things are IT services. So there are requirement of people who are going to high of epitomes of success. Drones, machines. Drones are also machines. We have been going for a pact with the US as far as the predator drones are concerned. It's the news. So India is going to become a major hub for the re-engineering technology, or you can say transforming those technology, including the aircraft engines, aeronautical engines, engines and cars, all chip-based movements. Especially the Tejas aircraft 404 GE machine, or you can say engine of the aircraft, which the India is going to start manufacturing slowly and gradually. So all these machines are going to be chip-based working, and in time to come, when you are going to innovate, mind it, only you, don't depend upon others. Your creativity, single person creativity, is going to challenge the world. Don't undermine your abilities. Think out of box. Don't copy. Be your own creations. Create your own creations. Think on those terms where you can be a challenger to the leaders. And mind it, sometime you're going to hit the eureka. And once you're going to hit the eureka, that time you will find that the world is on your feet. But that day, you have to work on hard for perseverance, work hard on those counts. Some of the students of BCA are doing commendable work. I've been aware of those things. Some technical clubs of your department is working hard on those areas. Prepare a prototypes of the robots, other things. These are the in thing as far as the technology is concerned. I feel that this conference is going to be able to achieve its objective. Whatever the outcomes of the conference which you plan out as far as outcome-based education is concerned, we feel that it's going to be new experience curve for you as far as the transformation of your alma mater and the perspective about the IT technology is concerned. We feel that with your other partners over here, other institute students over here, You can be able to have a good networking, good resource persons are there to help you on the points, and where you feel that you require some kind of options over there, some kind of answers to your problems or syntax errors which you are feeling that is to be bugged off. You can talk to the experts on the issue, and sometimes when feel that our faculty is not on up to that level, so we feel that we have got experts over here, so we can be able to share their emails with you, especially Dr. Aman Huda. Sir, they will be helping you in case you require some kind of help on them. This from my side, I can stand that sometimes if they feel on that, where the robots, two robots, they're going to make it, the two robots are going to flight, the robotics are, they're working on that part. So that thing, sometimes they will be requiring your help on those aspects. So they're planning to do some kind of robotics where the two robots will fight with one another. This thing, our HOD has been working on with the students. So we will feel that there are some syntax errors in their planning, so that can be bugged off with you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. M.N. Shah is highly esteemed professional with a distinguished career in corporate and academia. With a wealth of experience and expertise in his field, he is recognized as a leading authority in his domain. As an accomplished professor, Dr. Jha has mentored and inspired countless students throughout his career. I would like to invite Dr. M.N. Jha, sir, Chief Convener on stage, to please come and address the gathering.
Good morning. I think I need to jolt you down. Would you please go for the huge round of applause for your guest, please, first. That's great now. That's great. That's great. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor J.C. Kapoor, sir, Honorable Guest of Honor, and keynote speaker, Professor M.N. Hoda, sir, Director, Madhya Vidyapith, Honorable Guest of Honor, Mr. Anuj Kumar, IBM, Gurgaon, Honorable Director, Dr. Ajay Kumar, my colleague, convener, Dr. Deepak Sonkar, my friends, last but not the least, my dear students, a very good morning. The topic what we have taken today is the apt because every day, either you individually or any of your relative, what we observe are under threat of digital fraud. We are doing great, Indians are doing great, India government is doing great, worldwide we are upcoming. UPI has established its credibility worldwide. DRDO and ISRO is doing much better than many other developed countries. But at the end, what we find that this digital transformation and success, somehow or other, it is being used now more by the fraudulent and fishers. They are also on the success. They are also on the pinnacle of their success, so-called. So it is very, very important to have the great opinion, advice, path-breaking views from the expert, from the academia and industry, the combination of these two. Hello, any issue, please? The combination of the academia and industry have always given the better advice and path for you students, because the entire world is looking towards India, and India is looking towards the technical professional courses, and you are one of them, so your responsibility is much more that you need to realize. Hopefully, this conference will give you immense sense of responsibility, and you will be more focused on your study, technical study, what you are over here. Machine learning allows business to enable the data to teach the system how to solve the problem at hand with the machine learning cluster algorithm and how to get better over time. Today's enterprises are bombarded with data. Data is a real asset if they really could use in the best possible way. To drive better business decisions, they have to make sense of it by making entire process work intelligently and enhancing the security at all the stages of information life cycle, right from the point of the creating to the point of deletion. If entire mankind is proud of getting maximum benefit out of the latest technology, on the other hand, what we discussed just now, on the other hand, digital fraud is also on its pinnacle, threatening digital success and progress globally. So the cloud computing and machine learning have come up with robust platform to make the process faster and more secured. We are privileged to have expert and veteran from industry and academia. So from the core of our heart and on behalf of the students and the institute, entire fraternity, it is my privilege to welcome our chief guest, Professor Dr. J.C. Kapoor, sir. A round of applause, please, for our chief guest, sir. Similarly, it's our privilege to welcome our guest of honor and keynote speaker. It is our privilege, and we feel fortunate that sir has accepted. Yesterday evening, I requested, sir, would you please go for the keynote speaking? Instantly, sir told, why not? And sir is very close, though he is director Bharatiya Vidyapeeth, but since long, sir has been, Dr. Professor M.N. Hoda sir has been very close to the Tecnia. And right from inception, our chief guest, sir, has been very close to our chairman, sir, and entire development of the Tecnia. So we are really fortunate to find these two. Sir, M.N. Hoda sir, we are privileged to find you over here. Sir, you are most welcome. I need not to say about the IBM, who I think right from the point you started to know about academic industry, you must be knowing about the IBM. So the chief system analyst, senior system analyst, Mr. Anuj Kumari from IBM, he will throw a light on the industry experience where you are destined to. Sir, we welcome Anuj Kumar, sir. Welcome you. Without wasting further time, just for information for our guest of honor, sir, we are trying to give our best to the students in the gap area in syllabi and academia, industry, by providing value-added courses on various models. Value courses on various models, machine learning and the cloud computing and all, wherever we find a gap in the syllabi, that we try to. And at initial stage, we have incubation center. Dr. Nivedita Mishra ma'am is here. She has been given charge. She is doing great to establish incubation center under the inspiration and guidance of the Dr. Ajay Kumar, director. So that there are many things to share, but it is more important to get a view of our expert. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, Professor M.N. Hoda is director at Bharatiya Vidyapeeth's Institute of Computer Applications and Management. He is skilled in various aspects of IT, including system design, architecture, development, and implementation. His expertise extends to cloud computing platforms such as Microsoft Azure and AWS, where he has demonstrated proficiency in building and deploying cloud-based applications and leveraging their associated services. Now, I would like to call upon Professor M.N. Hoda to inspire the assembly with his words.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable Chief Guest for today's inaugural session, my very senior mentor, a great authority on e-governance, Professor Jagdish Kapoor Sahab. My friends on the dais, Director of Tecnia, Dr. Rathore, Dr. M. Jha, Mr. Anuj, Dr. Deepak, faculty colleagues from these great institutions, with which I am, of course, associated since inception and I have been coming. Post-COVID, I didn't come. Many of the faculty friends are personally known to me and dearmost students. It's my privilege to be with all of you this morning. Organizing a conference in today's challenging time and ensuring that the papers are processed, authors attend the conference, and deliberations are conducted is not an easy task. If you ask this question to those who keep on organizing conferences, they will tell you how much blood and sweat it takes out of the organizers. So a big round of appreciation to entire organizing team. And that's how I always say
कि जो सफ़र की शुरुआत करते हैं वो मंजिल तो पा ही लेते हैं, जो सफ़र की शुरुआत करते हैं वो मंजिल तो पा ही लेते हैं, क्योंकि अच्छे मुसाफिर का तो रास्ते भी इंतज़ार करते हैं. This is for organizing team. All of us are aware that in last 20 years particularly, the kind of the innovations, development and the researches which have happened have disrupted almost everything. So too, it should have been disrupted the purpose of organizing conferences as well. And when I travel in the length and the breadth of the country on various platforms, people keep asking that so much information is available in Google domain, which earlier maybe 20, 25 years ago were not available when we were students. What's the need of having these conferences? And then I reply to them as a student of computer science. One, yes, advancement has happened, and because of the advancement, one computer is sufficient for doing the job of 1,000 many people. But despite all this advancement, even 1,000 many people put together, is 1,000 many computers put together, is not capable of doing the job of one extraordinary person. And that is the purpose of organizing conferences. So a big round of applause to entire team. And that's how I say, those connecting to those extraordinary people and bringing them at one platform is the fundamental purpose of the conference, and this spirit of organizing conferences must continue with more strength and more frequency. And that's how I say कि आशियाने से बढ़कर है फिक्रे चमन. आशियाना घर को कहते हैं और चमन अपने वतन, अपनी कम्युनिटी, अपने डोमेन को कहते हैं. कि आशियाने से बढ़कर है फिक्रे चमन, आशियाना तो फिर बना लेंगे हम. एक उम्मीद की लौ सलामत रहे, जो लौ आज जलाई है आपने इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, कि एक उम्मीद की लौ सलामत रहे, 100 दिए इस दिए से जला लेंगे हम. So this the spirit of organizing conferences must be continued with more rigor and more strength. Dear friends, the topic which have been kept here is cloud with machine learning. All of you, if you read history, particularly the medieval history, you will come to know that Rajas, Maharajas, when there were no electricity supply in a public domain, used to develop their own electricity generating units, right? But how many of we have now electricity generating units? Probably in last 10 years, we have forgotten even the inverters in Delhi. Because there is a service provider. Service provider had developed a confidence in all of us, in our, we citizens, we customers, that you apply for a meter, get a meter, switch on your switch, you will get the electricity available, and then you need to pay only as much units you are going to consume. That is the crux of the cloud. You forget everything, that what all periphery is required, what all equipments are required, what all so many big things are required to have a plant to generate electricity. You need to only apply for a meter and then start using it and need to pay as much you use it. That is the fundamental crux, fundamental objective of cloud. And all of us are aware that we are using Gmail, the most popular mailing server in the world. And you are not aware that Gmail is serving all of us from which location, is hosted where. And are you sure that if say 100 Gmail servers are serving to the customers in Asia Pacific region, all 100 servers are working at a time? May not be. But cloud has created so much of distribution within itself and so much of transparency within itself that the only one purpose is to serve to the customer from whichever location and from whichever machine and from whichever server is working. That is the kind of the beauty of the cloud. And when we are talking about machine learning along with the cloud, then probably machine learning, all of you, anyone who can say here, I am not using machine learning. I am not using machine learning. Friends, things have changed a lot. And that's how I keep saying that there is nothing constant in this world except change. So let's change ourselves. Let's change ourselves, because the changing if we do not change ourselves, the changing ecosystem will change us. And that's how a great poet said that इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है. इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, बदलते नहीं बदलते हैं. इंसान घर बदलता है, लिबास बदलता है, रिश्ते बदलता है, दोस्त बदलता है, फिर भी परेशान क्यों रहता है? क्योंकि हम अपने आप को नहीं बदलते। एंड दैट्स हाउ गालिब सेड कि उम्र भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और मैं आईना साफ करता रहा। साइबर सिक्योरिटी की बातें की जा रही थी, बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं। कभी बड़ा सेशन हो गया 2-2.5 घंटे का तो मैं डिलिबरेट कर सकता हूं, लेकिन जो फंडामेंटल चेंज के लिए मैं आपको सेंसिटाइज करना चाहता हूं वो ये कि हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव नोकिया फीचर फोन हियर? द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ ए चेंज इन द वर्ल्ड। नोकिया फीचर फोन? नन, बट आई हैव इट। I have maintained that legacy. Had I asked this question 15 years ago in this hall, probably 80% plus people would have replied yes. Carrying that Nokia feature phone, 2-3 models, were a matter of pride, were a matter of brand, where Nokia had that much of legacy that kept heavily believing on the existing strength of the product and didn't read the writing on the wall. दीवारों पे लिखी इबारत नोकिया के इतनी बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने नहीं पढ़ी, सिर्फ इस वजह से कि उन्हें ऐसा लग रहा था कि मेरे प्रोडक्ट की स्ट्रेंथ और 80% प्लस मार्केट शेयर वर्ल्ड ओवर विल हेल्प मी टू बी सस्टेनेबल इन नेक्स्ट 20 years एज वेल। बट डिड यू सी? A product like Nokia was replaced. If a product like Nokia was replaced, product like Kodak films were replaced, anything and everything on the earth can be changed and can be replaced. So if we are doing well, if we are very good, probably we should not be complacent that we need not to change, we need to change. And NEP 2020 is the biggest possible disruption in last 100 years, particularly in the domain of education. If you go through the recommendation, it is the biggest disruption which has happened. So I was talking about machine learning. के how many of you are not using machine learning? कोई मुझे बता सकता है सर मैं machine learning बिल्कुल यूज नहीं करता हूँ। स्मार्टफोन की एग्जांपल वहां से मुझे याद आ गई कि सब लोग स्मार्टफोन यूज करते हैं, सब लोग गूगल यूज करते हैं, सब व्हाट्सएप यूज करते हैं, FB यूज करते हैं, इंस्टा यूज करते हैं, आते जाते आप गूगल मैप यूज करते हैं। नो सच एप्लीकेशन which is running without cloud and without machine learning. And that's how I say that machine learning is going to change entire spectrum, the way we talk, the way we interact, the way we are meeting people, the way we are greeting people, and the way we are doing business. If you see the very simplest form of machine learning which started with IBM Watson, and its versatility was such that it helped people from kitchen to court and to engineers, from town planning to almost doctors for medical diagnosis. That was the kind of length and breadth and the versatility of a very simple application of machine learning. And the high-end application which are on the card for the machine learning with the help of the cloud are telling us, giving us indicator. Even in many developed nations, people have started sensitizing to those professionals that all of us will become the CEO of our own health, and possibly a small wearable device will solve our 80% of the problems. And nano capsules, etc., were already spoken a lot in last 5 to 6 years. So that's the kind of the length and breadth of the application of the machine learning. At this moment, we are very happy having a smartphone, carrying iPhone, carrying some notes, and then we are telling that, projecting that, wait 5 to 10 years, maximum 10 years, we may not need to carry any handset, any mobile phone along with us. Possibly a small strip, wearable strip, a small button, or maybe a small some interface on my pen will be sufficient for a purpose of a mobile phone. And the kind of the reflexive computing with the help of the cognitive science enabled with machine learning, which is going to come in a big way, will be that you think that मुझे जगदीश कपूर सर को एक बात करनी है फोन पे, and the call will be established, and that connection will be available to all of us. You need to think that on this television I need to watch this channel, and reflexive computing will establish your connections. That's the kind of the reflexive computing with the help of the cognitive science in the domain of machine learning is going to come, and it's not far away, it is just around a decade away. That's all. That's the kind of the length of the breadth of the application. Machine learning, when works with data science, see the kind of the application of the data science when machine learning comes with the data science. And it says that we are not restricted to pattern analysis and pattern matching. We are talking of prescriptive analytics, descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and what prescriptive analysis, what not. So anything and everything which you realize can be possible with the help of the machine learning. That much potential and power the machine learning has. And that's how I always say, oh technology के मुसाफिर तुम्हें अभी बहुत दूर जाना है. ओ टेक्नोलॉजी के मुसाफिर, धीरूभाई अंबानी ने मोबाइल लॉन्च करते हुए कहा था कि कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में. बिल गेट ने कहा कि नेवर बिफोर इन द हिस्ट्री innovations in ICT, innovations in information and communication technology has offered to people so much, so many things in such a short span of time. That was the quote of the Bill Gates. And उसको सामने रख के ये दो पंक्तियां हैं कि ओ टेक्नोलॉजी के मुसाफिर तुम्हें अभी बहुत दूर जाना है, पत्थरों पे गुलाब खिलाना है और आंधियों में चिराग जलाना है. ये टेक्नोलॉजी का फ्यूचर है. मैं उस दिन टेक्नोलॉजी को समझूंगा जिस दिन मैं चाय डाउनलोड कर लूं मेरी टेक्नोलॉजी से. वो पॉसिबिलिटी देख रहा हूं. ठीक है. एंड कल किसने देखा था कि मोबाइल फोन हमें सब कुछ हमारे मुट्ठी में देगा, तो आंधियों में चिराग खिल सकता है और पत्थरों पे चिराग जल सकता है और पत्थरों पे गुलाब खिल सकता है. बिना मिट्टी और बिना पानी के जो एग्रीकल्चर है वो कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत तेजी से पिछले 5 सालों में बढ़ रहा है. सो दिस इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ द टेक्नोलॉजी विथ विच वी शुड बी. बट वॉट एवर वी आर डूइंग, आई सेड दैट हम चेहरा साफ करेंगे, आईना साफ नहीं करेंगे, टेक्नोलॉजी के पॉजिटिव साइड्स को यूटिलाइज करेंगे. वो हमारा सबसे पहला और हमारा सबसे आखिरी सबक होना चाहिए. Whatever technology will be coming, there will be a flip side of the technology. There will be so many demerits, there will be so many problems. We need not to go and keep on only deliberating and getting discouraged by the kind of negative impact of the technology. We should move forward, join our young generations, join our youth, join our students on their Insta group, on their FB group, on their LinkedIn group, so that they should be encouraged कि मेरे टीचर्स मेरे साथ हैं, मुझे इस ग्रुप को प्रोडक्टिव रखना है, मुझे इस ग्रुप पे पढ़ने लिखने की बात करनी है, मुझे इस ग्रुप पे कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स की बात करनी है, न कि मैं हमेशा इस ग्रुप पे पर्सनल चिट चैट करूंगा. All these social medium which all of us are connected now, all of us should remain connected, should be utilized as a next generation learning tool. And that's how in last 1 decade the basic technology which were on the card is SMAC. S stands for social, M stands for mobile, A stands for analytics, which is powered by, of course, the machine learning, and C stands by cloud, because the cloud will be the platform on which everything will be hosted, and you need not to worry that I have to purchase so much big server, I need to purchase crores software worth crores of rupees, I need to do this, I need to do that. You just subscribe from some public cloud, you will get the facility available to all of you. That's the kind of the power of this technology which is available with all of you. I am sure the deliberations which will be happening in entire day, and the people who will be talking, giving keynotes, will be talking about their researches, will enlighten most of you. But my last message to all of you, whatever you are doing, be passionate about it. पैशन सबसे पहला शर्त है. सेल्फ मोटिवेशन और पैशन, आपके अंदर वो जुनून होना चाहिए जो जुनून आपको वो काम करने से पहले रुकने न दे, करने के बाद भी आपको लगे कुछ और करने की एनर्जी बच गई है हमारी. पैशन की डेफिनेशन आप जहां कहीं देखेंगे, गूगल का एज है, गूगल पे सर्च कीजिए, पैशन का डेफिनेशन मिलेगा. मैं बशीर बद्र की 4 पंक्तियों से पैशन को डिफाइन करना हमेशा चाहता हूं. पैशन कैसा? पैशन ऐसा जो आपको न इधर घूम के देखने दे, न इधर घूम के देखने दे, सिर्फ आपके मंजिल की तरफ आपकी नजर होनी चाहिए. और मंजिल बहुत बार आने के बाद भी आपको लगता है अभी बहुत कुछ बचा है और शायद हम इसको फर्दर इंप्रोवाइज कर सकते हैं. और इसीलिए मैनेजमेंट गुरुज कहते हैं कि बेंचमार्क को फॉलो न करो, बल्कि ये करो कि बीट द अनबीटन बेंचमार्क, ट्रैवल द अनट्रैवल्ड पाथ. ये हमारे लाइफ का क्रक्स होना चाहिए. सो पैशन के लिए बशीर बद्र की बड़ी गजल की 4 पंक्तियां हैं कि आंखों में रहा दिल में उतर कर नहीं देखा, आंखों में रहा दिल में उतर कर नहीं देखा, दरिया के कश्ती के मुसाफिर ने समंदर नहीं देखा. कश्ती दरिया में चलती है, अगर छोटी सी कश्ती जो हमेशा दरिया में छोटे पॉन्ड में चलती हो, छोटे से रिवर में चलती हो, उसको बड़े ओशियन में, जैसे अभी परसों गुजरात में ओशियन में बहुत धमाका था, वहां लेकर चले जाएंगे तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. तो कहा वहां तक आपको तैरने आना चाहिए और वहां तक सेलिंग आनी चाहिए और वहां से मोती निकाल के आने की आपके पास शक्ति और आपके पास इच्छा शक्ति के साथ आपके पास वो जुनून होना चाहिए. तो शायर कहता है, आंखों में रहा दिल में उतर कर नहीं देखा, कश्ती के मुसाफिर ने समंदर नहीं देखा, जब से चला हूं मंजिल पे नजर है मेरी, राह में कभी मुड़कर मील का पत्थर नहीं देखा. यह पैशन और यह जुनून आपके पास चाहिए. इसी के साथ मैं अपनी बातों को खत्म करूंगा कि कि माँ सरस्वती से आशीर्वाद लिया गया और लैंप ऑफ नॉलेज जलाया गया, जिसका बेसिक मैसेज था अज्ञानता से ज्ञानता की तरफ लाइए, अंधेरे से उजाले की तरफ लाइए, जो हमारे पास इग्नोरेंस है उससे नॉलेज की तरफ लाइए। यही मैसेज है जो हम सब लोग देने आए हैं। ये पूरा एकेडमिक सिस्टम, टीचिंग लर्निंग इसी मैसेज को हमेशा फोस्टर करता है कि अज्ञानता से ज्ञानता की तरफ लाइए। कोई भी प्रोग्राम, कोई भी एक्टिविटी, कोई भी कॉन्फ्रेंस कामयाब नहीं समझी जाएगी अगर आप कॉन्फ्रेंस खत्म होने के बाद सिर्फ ये सोचें कि हाउ गुड द स्पीकर्स वर, हाउ गुड द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वॉज, हाउ डिलीशियस द फूड वॉज. It will only be considered as successful if you consider, yes, after completion of this conference there was at least one takeaway, and that one takeaway will help me to change something which earlier I was doing, now I will do that with some difference, I will do that differently. अगर ये मैसेज आप टेक अवे लेके जाते हैं तभी कॉन्फ्रेंस सक्सेसफुल होगी. इसी को शायर की 4 पंक्तियों ने यूं सिमुलेट किया है कि जो पावर ऑफ नॉलेज, जो डेप्थ ऑफ नॉलेज शेयर की जाएगी आप सबके साथ, उसको अपनी जिंदगी का हिस्सा बनाइए, उसको अपनी पर्सनालिटी का हिस्सा बनाइए, उसको अपने अंदर अपनी पर्सनालिटी में इंटरनलाइज कीजिए. और ये सिर्फ आज के लिए नहीं है, क्लासरूम के हर सेशन के लिए है. और शायर कहता है कि उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो. उजाले मीन्स द पावर ऑफ नॉलेज. उजाले अपनी आंखों में महफूज कर लो, बड़ी दूर तक रात ही रात होगी. चैलेंजेस बहुत होंगे. रात का मतलब है अंधेरा है. इस ऑडिटोरियम में मुझे कह दिया जाए सब लाइटें ऑफ करके यहां से जरा वहां तक जाइए सर, कंट्रोल रूम तक, मुश्किल होगा जाना. हम शायद मोबाइल का टॉर्च जलाने पे मजबूर हो जाएंगे. नॉलेज चाहिए होगी उस वक्त. तो शायर कहता है उजाले अपनी आंखों में. आंख बहुत ही इंटीग्रल पार्ट है हमारी पर्सनालिटी की, इसलिए आंखों से एनालॉजी दी गई है. उजाले अपनी आंखों में.
I have around 15-16 years of experience, and out of this I am working from around 10 years with the IT company. And in this one I spent around my 6-7 years with only the cloud only. Okay. So I am working with cloud, Microsoft Azure cloud, and even I worked with the different services of the cloud over there. So initially, do you know, when I listen the name of the cloud, I am thinking, what is the cloud and how the processing can happen or the compute can happen in cloud. Okay, that was my in mind. So after that, when we started the knowledge sharing, gaining the knowledge, and I have the projects on cloud, that's time I understand what exactly is the cloud. Okay, that one organization silently started a concept, and without to disclose, they have an idea and then started to build the servers and deploy it as the data centers. Okay, they have not disclosed it, and then they started work on this. They have the concept, and after the some time it's come in market. And what was that? Initially all the businesses, they have to purchase the servers, they have to maintain the servers, they have the resources to maintain that one, all the costing and everything. But what cloud is provided, everything they have provided on rent. Nothing you have to do. You have to just purchase a subscription, and from that subscription, we have to take what exactly we have to require. If you want to develop a small website, nothing you have to do. Based on that, you have to purchase a subscription, and based on the requirement, you can consume the resources, and you have to pay. So in that case, after the introduction of this one, and then businesses, the big businesses has to come to that side, and they started to purchase that concept. Okay, the another competitors, another organizations, they don't have any problem of bandwidth and the money related, so they say, oh, this is the new concept and this one very good. Immediately they come in picture, and then they have started to build these data centers. Now the time is, we have the multiple cloud providers, IBM, Microsoft, Google, and Oracle's. They are providing the very good services. Even I started with the Microsoft Azure Cloud with the solutions as a programmer, and now I move towards to the development, to the data engineer side. So the thing is here, the current trend is for market is this one, data in machine learning, cloud, and the artificial intelligence. So just say one statement: if man can develop thousands of computers, and thousands of computers can work, the thousands of people, single computer can work thousands of people's work. But a smart mind can't work for 1,000 of computers can't do work. But the thing is only here, the companies only focusing only this thing. They are going to develop the AI, want to mature the AI to that level that should be a self-learning. We have the AI concepts, we have lot of platforms based on the AI, but the current time organizations going towards that time. And when the machine learning and AI come in picture, that's time another things come in picture as well. This is the quantum computing. Because here we have the algorithms like huge volume of data to be processed. That's time our classical systems can't do work, perform well. This is the problem. So now the trend is moving from the classical computers, classical 0 or 1 bits. Now time to change to the qubits. Initially we have the 0 and 1 bits, and we have performed all the logical and arithmetical operations based on that one. But now the time has changed, and now the time has the qubits. Very soon you will see even the quantum computers deployed with the many clients. If you research on the Googles and you have a study on it, you can see in the medical science somewhere the computers are deployed already. So in qubits, there is a form of 0, 1 at a time, the combinations. Even some time back, if you see this one, the Google provided, and they resolved one mathematical problems within 200 seconds, which can take a very high configuration system of 1.5 days. So this is the huge difference of these quantum computers. And when we have this type of computers, that's time we have a good mature level of machine learning and AI algorithms that can be possible to run on these type of computer systems. So my suggestions to all the dear students, you have to move to that direction. Okay, the machine learning, AI, and this is the trend only, that to move to that direction, you have to go. And main thing, this is the research scholars as well, they have a very good platform. Even you don't have knowledge of particular one subjects. Here you have the knowledge of different subjects, data structure, operating system. You can have the combinations all these, and can have the algorithms, nice algorithms. So this is the platform where you are. It's a very nice platform, very good platform to research, that generate the algorithms. Implementation is not a tough part. If we have a good algorithm, we can implement that one, but the research work is only related to the algorithm designing. Thank you. Thank you very much.
May I request Honorable Chief Guest, sir, Professor Hoda, sir, Hard copy is on the way. We will request you all kindly. So e-inauguration. Before word of wisdom from the mouth of chief guest, sir, what we want, we wish, it should be e-inaugurated first.
Thank you so much, sir. Our chief guest, Professor Jagdish C. Kapoor, who has over 55 years of experience in teaching, research, and consultancy. He is currently engaged with the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. He is technology consultant at the National Medical Commission and consultant at the National Institute for Smart Government in Hyderabad, specializing in e-governance knowledge management. I feel privileged to invite Professor J.C. Kapoor's honorable chief guest to address the gathering.
Good morning to you all, my dear students, research scholars, teachers, my esteemed colleagues and friends on the dais, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me, to begin with, share with you a very selfish reason because of which I am here. At times, while sitting at home or in the institutions, I feel very old and at times tired also. So the reason for coming here is to feel for a moment as young as any one of you in this gathering. At the outset, I would like to convey my gratitude and thanks to the academic fraternity and the Tecnia family for giving me this opportunity to be the chief guest on this occasion. My compliments and best wishes to the entire academic community for organizing and participating in this conference. From my side, heartiest congratulations to the students, researchers and teachers who have contributed and shared their research findings with the community. The theme of the conference is not only topical and relevant, but also most contemporary at this point in time. I believe that the papers that will be presented in the plenary sessions of the conference, they are based on the research which has been done by you all, by the authors, and it will be highly educative for all the participants. And I hope there would be many takeaways for you all, but what would have said, at least one for each. Well, friends, I do believe and appreciate that the best speaker on the dais is the one who speaks the least. So, I thought I should stop here and adhere to the doctrine, but my conscience says, how do I justify my presence in the conference? Otherwise, Tecnia would say, why did you come? Very briefly, I would make a few observations and give a few suggestions, not advice really, while taking at the same time the advantage of my gray hair and the years behind me. I would still make some observations. The first suggestion I would like to make is particularly to the students, the researchers and the teachers. All the research they are carrying out, please attempt to do some empirical research and have empirical evidence in the application of all the emerging technologies, not only one or two, in real life. Experiment on them, share with colleagues, with friends, with researchers. The research may include identifying and exploring tools that can help you to develop major applications. I'm not talking of small applications here and there. Major applications using the concept which you all know and have used in smaller applications that need or that use rapid and agile architecture. You have all been talking about this, but my suggestion is please do some research in using that in real life. I'm sure some of you are doing a lot of things. Can you really identify, I'm using a word, LCNC? I'm sure most of you know it. I will only refer to that. The word is going towards LC stands for low code and NC stands for no code. What the implication of this is, can you develop things or applications or software without using even a line of code, even a line of programming? Intention is that we do things in minutes and hours and not in days and weeks and months perhaps. So explore the AI and, oh, okay. It's working, I think. Oh, it's working, okay. Therefore, I suggest, please do explore the AI and LCNC platforms to generate the things that you have been doing, like forms, database, workflow, business rules, etc., etc., etc. You have been doing this, and we have all been doing this for decades, perhaps. That is what we have done. Now, we want to transform that work of decades into a few months. Let's see how we get through with this. Now, I'll take one more minute only. I would like you to come to the immediate concerns of the society. An immediate concern for all of us. I would suggest that you may identify and explore the enablers and disablers of e-commerce and e-business within our own country. I'm emphasizing, identify and explore the enablers and disablers. Now, in this context, I'm not here to take a teaching session. Probably I would do that perhaps sometime in one of the classrooms. may I request you to look at first what is the difference between safety and security of information that results into successful e-commerce or e-business or business online. A fundamental question that comes to my mind, did you ever hear of safety policy for information? We have always talked about Thoda Sahab. Look at the difference between safety and security. I won't teach you this. Nonetheless, you must look at it and see why do you need or not need the safety policy and only security policy. Another fundamental question that arises, why did we need at all in our society, or the world over, an act like an IT Act 2000? Why did we need it at all? And why did we have to revise it or amend it in 2008? How many of us would really know the need and relevance of authentication in terms of wet signatures, electronic signatures, and digital signatures? Very simple things, but we need to first know, then identify the areas where wet signature is a prerequisite. Without that, you can't do anything. Where do we need the electronic signature, and why digital signature at all? You have heard of the words people here in the institute when they talked about me. I have been doing some work in the area of e-governance. How many of us are really aware and have explored where and what the meaning of e-governance is? When did we start it? What areas affected the common society or the members of the common society? How did it get transformed into what we call as e-kranti? I'm sure many of us, with due apologies, sir, we have to get into that. And finally, how did digital India came? How did digital India come into existence? Why did the present Prime Minister have to introduce the concept of digital India? What was the foresight he had in mind? And why did he say IT plus IT is equal to IT? Please remember that. And that is what has resulted into the present day revolution in our country as far as digital India is concerned or IT advancement is concerned. And I can assure you, friends, in almost maybe 6-8 months or 1 year, you will see the scale at which it grows. Why did the need arise for having or producing? Everyone has been talking about chips and everything on the chip. Everything on the chip. So if we are going to have everything on the chip, where do we get the chips? Why did it take us some 30 years to have the first chip factory in the country? I would suggest that the researchers like you, the curiosity of the students, the teachers, and the researchers should get answers to these questions. That is my suggestion. Explore, explore, and explore. Finally, I wish the conference a great success and wish you all the best during the proceedings of this. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Very well said, sir. Dr. Deepak Sonkar is a highly skilled and accomplished professional with a strong background in information technology. With a focus on software development and project management, he has successfully led and delivered numerous complex IT projects throughout his career. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Deepak Sonkar, HOD, Department of ICT, and convener of the conference on stage and give the vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm here to giving the vote of thanks. It has been such an honor to be the part of this wonderful event on behalf of Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Professor Jagdish C. Kapoor, Professor and Consultant IIPA, Dr. Emin Huda, Professor in BVI CAM, GGS IPU, and Mr. Anuj Kumar, Senior Software Analyst in IBM, Director TIAS, Dean, faculty members, and all the students. All the technical staffs, I would also like to thank, especially Mr. Chandrakantji, Harishji, and all the technical members. And last but not the least, the beautiful and hardworking students. Without all the persons, this event was hard to make successful. So many congratulations and all the best for this conference. Thank you so much. Thank you.